Good morning, dear 6th class friends. I hope you all are safe at your home. Okay, so today we are just to begin our online study after the early vacation, and we are continuing with our chapter number 4, that is the sorting materials into groups. Okay, and this is our third part. Okay, in which we will discuss about the transparency. Okay, some more properties we already discussed in our earlier in our classes. Okay, and this time we are studying our transparency. It means what is the transparency when we are sorting the materials into groups. It means how the transparency is a factor through which we can sorting the materials. So look, the amount of light that passes through an object depends on the materials with which it is made. It means how the amount of light is passes from any surface, from any object. It is just depend on the material from which they made. It means how the material is made. It means from the what ingredients they already made. It means like from the wall we cannot see to into their back sides, but from the glass, okay, we can easily see what will be the going on in the other side. Okay, now the based on this property, materials are classified as transparent, translucent and opaque. So on these properties we have to see what is the transparent, what is the translucent and what is the opaque surface. Transparent materials, these materials allow light to pass through them easily. These materials allow light to pass. Okay, these materials allow light to transparent. You know about that. Transparent means through which we can see everything from that particular object. So transparent materials, these materials allow light to pass through them easily. It means the whole most of light just can be passed from this type of objects. Air, glass, clear water are transparent materials. We can see the objects around us clearly through these materials. It means we easily can see what will be the going on that other side through this transparent materials. And generally you see in this type of transparent materials to make any ingredients dust free in the showrooms, in the street shops. Okay, from everything, because there is a light can be penetrated and we can easily watch what will be the substance is just in other sides. Now translucent materials, these materials allow light to pass through them partially. Ground glass, okay, ground glass, oil or wax paper are translucent materials. So these are the wax papers and ground glass are the for the translucent material. It means in which we cannot see. It means partially light can be passed. Partially, it means थोड़ी बहुत जो light है वो pass हो सकती है. We cannot see the objects clearly through these materials. It means exact we cannot see the what will be the objects. It means someone is standing, or we can say someone is standing, but who's standing we cannot tell perfectly from the translucent materials. When you cover the palm of your hand with the torch, you can see a dull red glow. Here the palm acts as a translucent object. So our when we are just having it means the torch or light, any laser light or like that, then from inside that we are just seeing some red color portion or red color light is seen, and due to that, it means on that time our palm is showing that it is a translucent materials. Object materials, these materials do not allow light to pass through them at all. So metal, rocks, wood and cardboard are opaque. The objects are not visible through opaque materials. So objects are generally not visible through opaque materials. Opaque materials means through which we cannot see anything. What will be going on the other sides, like a wall, okay, bricks wall or anything like, okay. So objects are not visible through opaque materials. So all the materials can be grouped in these three categories without any confusions. To test whether an object is transparent, translucent or opaque, what will be the requirements? Look, a square piece of glass, a square piece of glass, a thick sheet of cardboard, a sheet of white paper in which a few drops of oil has been added, oil paper and a torch. Okay, so first of all we will take one transparent object, one translucent and one opaque and a torch. Okay, so for the transparent we have to already taken a square piece of glass, a thick sheet of cardboard, and for the thick sheet of cardboard, a sheet of white paper in which a few drops oil which is showing the translucent, and and one is thick sheet of cardboard is showing the opaque objects. Okay, so we will take in this, and this is the actually the activity is 4.3. I think it is a very easy activities. It means like this is the board. If we can watch what will be the other side of that, okay, then this is the transparent. Okay, and if we cannot perfectly see, it means partially we can see, then this is the translucent. And if we cannot see, okay, then it will be the, if we can see, then it is transparent. If we completely we cannot see what is the other side, then it is the opaque surface. Okay. Switch on the torch and look at the beam of light through the glass piece. What do you observe? Repeat the same procedure with the piece of oil paper and piece of cardboard. Note down your observation. In which case can you see the beam of light clearly? In which case no light is observed? Completely the following table. Write down which of these objects are transparent, translucent or opaque. So very easy activity. Okay. If we can watch everything, okay, many items in your houses, okay, from that also you have to perform these activities. You have to take 10 to 15 items. Some are transparent, some are translucent, and some are opaque. If you can see what will be the other side, then it is the transparent. If you cannot see perfectly, means partially you can see like oil paper or like that, then that is the translucent. And if you cannot see anything, what will be the other side, or what will be in the box or anything, okay, so that will be the opaque surface. Now the thermal and electrical conductivity. Metals like silver, copper, iron and aluminum. Okay, one more property is for us, that is thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal and electrical conductivity. So look, metals like silver, copper, iron and aluminum become hot when they are heated over a flame. Metals like silver, copper, iron and aluminum. Okay, so they are generally hot and heated over a flame. Over a flame they are generally heated. These metals are said to be good conductors. It means if good conductors of heat. It means if a heat can be transferred from one place to another, and that particular object, if easily it can be transferred from that, then it is a good conductor of heat. And if heat cannot be passed from one place to other place of that particular object, then that is a bad conductor of heat or insulator of heat. Okay, so generally the metals items like you know about that aluminum, iron, silver, gold, they are a metal surface, they are having the metals properties, and these metal surfaces are a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, because there is conduction is possible, because there is a conduction, it means the electrical conduction is possible and heat conduction also possible. It means in these metals generally when we are it means giving a heat to one corner of that, other corner automatically after some time will be get heated. Like plastic, rubber, wood, okay, metals like plastic, rubber, wood do not allow heat to pass through them. These metals are called poor conductors or bad conductors of heat. This conduction of heat through a substance is called its thermal conductivity. So this conduction of heat through a substance is called its thermal conductivity. Okay. Now you must have noticed that some cooking vessels like pressure cooker and frying pans are made up of metals. Okay, before that science bits are there. Pure water is a poor conductor of heat, while air is a bad conductor. Generally, pure water is a poor conductor. Pure water is a poor conductor because they are not containing any salts. Okay, like magnesium, calcium, and sodium salts. That's why they are poor conductor of water. If they are containing some salts like rainy water, then they are a good conductor of heat or electricity. While air is a bad conductor, pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. Impurities like pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. Impurities like acids and bases present in its make its conductor of electricity. So some acids or bases present. Maybe some acids present or some may be bases, because sometimes the acid rain contains some acidic properties in that particular water. You must have noticed that some cooking vessels like pressure cooker and frying pans are made up of metals, but their handles are made of plastic like metals. So look at like pressure cooker and frying pan. So sometimes look at just like that, and this is the handle, and here you see that this is the part from where we have to pick any utensil. So you know about that. This portion is generally made up of metals, but this is made up of like any wood or plastic or sometime maybe rubber. Okay, rubber or like plastics like that. So when we are thinking about that, metal is a good conductor of electricity and heat. So that's why our utensils and frying pans are made up of metal. But wood, plastic and rubber are generally we are preferring to make this place where we are just picking this handles. So these are the generally with the help we are making. It means companies are making with the help of this wood, plastic or rubber, because they are the bad conductor of heat. They are the bad conductor of heat. We need heat here to make them hot. So that's why metals they are generally good conductor. Okay, good conductor. Okay, they are the good conductor. So you know about that. They are the bad wood and plastic are wood, plastic, rubber are generally bad conductor of heat, and due to that, generally companies are making that it is taking up places generally for the bad conductor of heat. So we will not feel hot here, and actually we need to heat here. So that's why metals generally can be these utensils can be made by the metals only. So this is because metals being a good conductor of heat and warm up the food quickly, and bakelite being a bad conductor of heat, so does not get heated. Therefore, the handles can be held easily while cooking food in them. Metals allow electric current to pass through them, so they are known as a good conductor of electricity. So they are known as a good conductor of electricity. Plastic, rubber, wood and paper are a poor conductor or bad conductor of electricity. So you can easily you can see if any substance are not making hot here, then like wood, plastic, rubber. Okay, so these are known as generally with the help of this bad conductor. Okay, so metals which do not conduct electricity are known as bad conductors or insulators. Like next our property is magnetic properties. Our next property is magnetic properties. Certain substances have the property of being attracted by a magnet. Some substance have the property of being attracted by a magnet. It means some substance, you know, you already seen in at your house also some old speakers are having the magnetic substance. Okay, so these magnetic substance generally attract the some special type of objects or substance like the iron made objects. Iron made objects generally can be attracted by the magnet. Okay, so but every substance are not attracted by a magnet. Like every metals also cannot be attracted. Like aluminum cannot be attracted by the magnet. So certain substances have the property of being attracted by magnet. Is such metals are known as magnetic metals. So like iron, soft iron core generally known as magnetic metals. So magnets like iron, cobalt, nickel are magnetic metals. Iron, cobalt and nickels are magnetic metals. Okay. So these are cobalt and nickel also a type of metals which are having the magnetic property. It means they can be attracted by the magnet. So iron, cobalt and nickel. Iron, cobalt and nickel. Iron, cobalt and iron, cobalt and nickel are having the magnetic properties, magnetic materials. Objects made of these metals will get attracted to the magnet. So objects which are will get attracted to the magnet. So those objects which can be made by the iron, cobalt and nickel, they generally can be attracted by the magnet. The metals that are not attracted by a magnet are called non-magnetic metals. It means if any metals cannot be attracted by the magnets, like that plastic, rubber, okay, and bakelite plastics and wood, okay, these are having the non-magnetic properties, so they are not attracted by the magnets. So non-magnetic materials like aluminum, copper, brass, wood, plastic, paper, rubber are some of the non-magnetic materials. So these are the some properties which are having the non-magnetic materials properties. Like the ends of the magnets are called the North Pole and South Pole. You know about that. If we are having a one magnet, then one end is known as North Pole, one end is known as South Pole. Okay, this is written in the science books. Now, thus metals can be arranged. Okay, so I hope you understood this. What is the thermal, electrical conductivity, and magnetic property? Magnetic property: iron, cobalt, and nickel made metals are just attracted by the magnet. And other than this, like the aluminium, paper, plastic, wood, metals generally cannot be attracted by the magnet. So they are they are having the non-magnetic metals, and these are having the magnetic metals. Okay, so now metals can be arranged into groups according to any of the above discussed properties. So we already discussed many properties like transparency, thermal and electrical conductivity, magnetic properties, lustrous, their solidness, it means solid, liquid or gases, like so a density on the basis of density. Okay, so these are many properties are there. On behalf of that, we can tell that any metals can be sorting according to their groups. Okay, on their properties. This type of grouping makes it easier to find things when they are required. So this type of grouping make it easier to find. You know about that. How can we easier to find like that? If we are having, if we need the plastic items, then we will go for plastic shops, and we will need iron utensils or articles, then we will go for iron one shop. Okay, those are having it means selling the iron made objects, or like same way. So on the behalf of that grouping, we have to make a easier study, easier properties, or easier to and it is convenient to for us to take them from the markets. Okay, when they are required, it also facilitates the study of their properties, and also for the studies of these properties, we have to clarify and easier for us. So these are all the properties on the basis of we are just sorting the materials into the groups. Okay, in next class we will study our question answers and exercises. Okay, like MCQ, fill in the blanks, everything. Okay, thank you.